Peace and blessings. This is DVJ. It is Wednesday. We reached hump day. And this is the Cold World Podcast with DVJ and Michelle. Thanks for listening and enjoy the episode. The clips, the music, and the content. You know what I mean? We appreciate everyone listening. Thank you very much.
We want extra bags of cash. You're going to give us sinecures. The hostage takers are now negotiating for the presidency.
But I mean, do these donors really think that Kamala Harris is going to do better in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania than Joe Biden would? I mean, that's because it can't be anybody else, right?
Rob, you're being logical. Stop it, all right? She's a DEI hire, right? She's a woman. She's colored, therefore she's got to be good. Yeah. And at least her brain doesn't literally freeze. She's colored, therefore she's got to be good. The DEI hire, right? She's a woman. She's colored, therefore she's got to be good. Yeah. And at least we are putting donors Biden. It's not up to Joe Biden. When the big donors say, you're not getting a red cent, we are pulling the plug on the campaign, then the Democrats are going to say, Joe, what do you want? And right now, Hunter is negotiating. I want a pardon. We want extra bags of cash. You're going to give us sinecures. The hostage takers are now negotiating for the presidency.
But I mean, do these donors really think that Kamala Harris is going to do better in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania than Joe Biden would? I mean, that's because it can't be anybody else, right?
Rob, you're being logical. Stop it, all right? She's a DEI hire, right? She's a woman. She's colored, therefore she's got to be good. Yep. And at least her brain doesn't literally freeze in mid-sentence.
Yep, y'all heard that? These white dudes, these racist white dudes, they're so bold with their shit nowadays, right? They're talking about Kamala Harris. They're calling her colored. Now, somebody tell me how that's not racist, how that's not a racist remark. I'm sure there's some white people that'll find a way to tell me that it's not. Yep. Let's see. So, I'm going to tell y'all what this says. This is from Edward Isaac Dovere. He's the one who posted this. And they're saying this person that's saying this about, Kamala Harris, his name is Sebastian Gorka. S-E-B as in boy, A-S-T-I-A-N as in Nancy. Gorka. G-O-R-K-A. He's the one that's calling Kamala Harris colored. Yep. And I'm trying to see what site this is, who these people are. Hold on, I'm trying to see. Okay, this is somebody named Rob Schmidt tonight. So some kind of some kind of some kind of newscast. Sorry, because it's written real small, so I'm squinting because I want to put these people out there. Yeah, this is it's 3 white men on here, and the telecast is called Rob Schmidt tonight. So it's like a little podcast somewhere like Mountain Time, because when they did this, it was 5:12 Mountain Time. Hey, baby. I was just playing the clip about these white men calling Kamala Harris colored. Ain't that crazy? Yes. So I was trying to find out, can you see what that says in the corner right here? Because I want to put the newscast. This is a...
Rob Schmidt tonight.
Got it, Rob Schmidt tonight. I did read it right. Yep, Rob Schmidt tonight. Yep. There's these 3 white men on here, and they're just straight up calling her colored. I was like, because I was just listening to what they were saying right about her, because I knew they were talking shit about her. And then they just came out and called her colored. I'm like, damn, the boldness.
Right.
They're just, that's what I mean when I say, like, some of these white people out here posturing up now.
Yeah.
They're not even being sneaky and, like, with the shit no more. You know what I mean? So, And this is the type of shit. These are the type of people that are going to be here in Milwaukee next week at that RNC.
Right.
And they're going to be saying that kind of stuff about people. Can you imagine the things like when people like these, because there's going to be plenty of these 3 type of white guys at the RNC when they're at the bars and at the, afterwards and all that stuff, when they're just hanging out at these restaurants and stuff, all like on the southwest side of Milwaukee and stuff like that. And they'll be hanging out there and stuff, or at the restaurants, and they're gonna be saying this stuff, these exact kind of things about Kamala. And they're gonna be talking about how old Joe Biden is, but no one is talking about. Well, I did find a clip. I'm gonna play for y'all too. I'm sure it's probably starting to circulate. This is Asian guy. Not sure his name is, but I'll get it together. But they were talking about the election or whatever, right? First, it was this white dude up there talking. I don't even remember what he was saying. And then the Asian dude, it must have been his turn next. So he kind of like, tapped the guy on the shoulder and was like, kind of like, you could tell the body language was like, okay, it's my turn now to talk. And he got up there and he started talking about the Trump pedophile stuff, and the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, and how Trump, was probably raping these 13-year-old girls and these underage girls and stuff. I mean, it's not far-fetched to even believe that one so bit. He's already been convicted of rape.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's pictures, there's videos. I'm going to play one, too. That you can't really hear, but, like, if you look at the video, there's a video of Trump. He's at an Epstein party. It's him and Epstein. And Trump's dancing with these girls, and you can just see him, like, kind of grabbing one of them a little bit. And then he's over having a conversation with Epstein, like, pointing to one of the girls. And then he whispers some in Epstein's ears, probably saying some shit like, oh, I want her, type shit. You know what I mean? You can just see that's what he's doing, pointing them out, just like picking them out, like, oh, I want that one. But yeah, and then there's all this, some lady named Karen Johnson or something he supposedly raped. That's all over the internet now, but like, they're not talking about it on the news. You guys were the news people. You guys were talking. I'm talking about all of the news people everywhere, from local to CNN to Fox to MSNBC to all the ones in between. All of that shit. People that got podcasts, whatever, all that. Everyone should be talking about that.
Yeah. Because
he's already been convicted. You know what I mean? Like well, Fox wasn't, because they didn't want to talk shit about Trump. But like even CNN, that's all they were talking about during that rape trial. They were covering that shit.
Right.
All their rape style with what was her name? E. Jean
Carroll.
E. Jean Carroll. I can't, for some reason, her name sounds Asian to me for some reason. But they were all over that. They were all over his other trials, nonstop. And now all they talk about is Biden dropping out now. It almost feels like CNN doesn't want to be wrong about what they've been reporting on now.
Right.
It's like they have to make themselves right now because they kind of dug their heels into it. So now they don't want to look wrong, so they don't want to drop it now. So now they're trying to just dig in and find any information, anything anyone said, anytime a doctor came through there. Shit, and they're going to be like, why did the dentist come through here to see dude?
Right.
Why does he have a headache? Why did he sleep in late today? Like, is he dying and shit? Those people are gonna be like panicking. They already said, dude, he's not dying. He's an old man. He's not on his deathbed. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I would say whatever they're gonna do, they better do something quick. If they're gonna switch, they don't have time to be fucking around. I do know that. And I do believe if they did switch, having like a little, they shouldn't skip over Kamala, first of all. I'm going to say that, first of all. She should be next in line. If he's talking about dropping out, she should just be just next in line. That's where the conversation should start and end. But if that ain't going to happen and other people are trying, and I don't know how that works, but it sounds like only if he dies, she would be the heir apparent.
Yeah,
or if he drops out, does she? Or if he drops out, is there an open thing, or does he decide? Or
like if he's incapacitated, I think she's the next in line.
Right, and it should be that she's second in line. That's how that shit should be. I don't even understand how this conversation got. Well, I do, because they don't want a woman in there, like you always say, and then on top of that, a black woman.
Right.
Because as y'all heard, I just played the clip. They're on here calling her colored. Like, it's one thing for them, you know, whoever, not to like her, disagree with her stand or whatever. But when you start calling people colored and shit, that'd be like, what if it was 3 black people on a newscast and they were talking about a white, candidate, and they started calling them the H word or the C word.
Right.
Like, people would be like, hold up, what the hell, man? Obama would never be able to say nothing like that. He would never be able to call nobody a H. But yeah, but that Jeffrey Epstein stuff, they clearly got, but that Karen Johnson, they're saying Trump raped her. They said there's documents and all this stuff, all from like these trials and stuff. The Epstein trial, I guess, or whatever. And like, for some reason, like, I don't know, people are leaking it now. And it is, because they were saying how Trump hasn't been doing nothing and he's been quiet. That's why it's been quiet, because of that Epstein shit. Dude sees, he's always online. He sees that shit. He knows people are talking about it. That's why he's being quiet. That him being quiet don't have nothing to do with them being worried about Kamala Harris maybe running, or just trying, like, all this other stuff that the news people are talking about why he's being quiet. Dude's being quiet because he's worried about that rape, about that potential rape case of a 13-year-old Karen Johnson. That's why he's being quiet. You can look under the bags under his eyes. Them court cases are killing his ass. Look at the bags under his eyes. The eyes don't lie. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this clip up though. Give me a second, I'm gonna play this music for a minute. That's Heavy D. Y'all remember Heavy D? Here it is, I got it right here. Okay, I got it right here. Okay, here we go, y'all.
I've heard that doesn't seem to be being covered. So like Chairman Aguilar said, we hear a lot from our constituents on different issues, but something I've heard that doesn't seem to be being covered are the Epstein files. These files were released, and like Donald Trump's sort of all over this, right? There are pictures of him with Jeffrey Epstein. He's taken multiple plane flights with Epstein with young girls on board. He is in call logs with Epstein. So like Chairman Aguilar said, we hear a lot from our constituents on different issues, but something I've heard that doesn't seem to be being covered are the Epstein files. These files were released, and like Donald Trump's sort of all over this, right? There are pictures of him with Jeffrey Epstein. He's taken multiple plane flights with Epstein with young girls on board. He is in call logs with Epstein. One of the highest trending hashtags on Twitter right now is about Trump and Epstein. I'm not going to repeat the hashtag because we're in a dignified setting. But yeah, y'all might want to look at that because that's highly disturbing. And again, it shows that Donald Trump is unfit for office. And by the way, he was convicted in a civilian court for sexual assault, convicted in a separate court of 34 felonies. Donald Trump should drop out of the race.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and I know that people are hearing a lot about this Project 2025, and I think it's very important that everybody dive into this because it is absolutely scary when you think about what they want to do to this country. We already have seen where they have literally said that being homeless is a crime. Folks, I'm going to tell you, we're about to see some real sinister stuff if Donald Trump gets back into power and his friggin' goons get to take over. You know, we all know what for-profit prisons are, and we know that there have been some sinister motives behind this. We know that when you have for-profit, for every bed that goes empty, you don't get paid for that. So we have had people in the past, especially even for literally juvenile centers, we have had judges that have been caught taking bribes, and what they gave back in return is sentencing kids to juvenile centers for their entire youth. Same thing when it goes to prison, sending people to lengthy prison sentences because what? They get a kickback for it. Folks, let me tell you something. We're going to see concentration camps. Might as well call them concentration camps. They're going to start popping up in places where nobody really lives. And this is what they're going to do. They're going to start shipping the homeless to places like this. And folks, I'm telling you, this could not be more sinister. I'm asking every single person that hears my voice right now to stop and look into Project 2025. The reason why Donald Trump is trying to separate himself from this is because they've gotten caught. They've got caught, and now they know how damning it is, and they know that the people that they're trying to convince to vote for them are looking into Project 2025 and realizing that it's the people that are about to get friggin' hamstringed. And they know that it's quite damning for them. And make no mistake about it, they didn't write this to throw it out. They wrote this in the hopes that Donald Trump gets elected to be the 47th president. And while he's in, this is what they want to do. And I'm telling you, it is nasty. It is nasty. They're going to allow corporations to poison the friggin' water, poison the air, drill in the Arctic. They don't give a shit. Folks, you do need to understand that once the core temperature of our ocean rises just 1.5 degrees, it's over for us. We can just sit back and watch the earth die around us. And let me tell you something, Project 2025 is going to put that on a friggin' fast track. Folks, everybody needs to pay attention to what the hell is going on. Donald Trump is not running for office because he wants to elevate the poor. He's not running for office because he wants to help people. Donald Trump is running for office so that he can avoid prosecution and he can basically establish this sinister plot, which is Project 2025. Got so much stuff written down on this stuff, it'd take me forever to list it all, but I need everybody to take the time and dive into Project 2025. And if
This is about Donald Trump. I was just telling Michelle about that video I was watching, dude. So this is Donald Trump. He's at one of them Epstein parties, and he's dancing with this white lady. You can see him like putting his arm around her and just being aggressive with her and stuff. He just looks, just check it out.
Between dancing and pointing out women to Epstein, Trump between dancing and pointing out women to Epstein, Trump gestures to one and appears to say to Epstein, "Look at her back there. She's hot."
In the video, it is crystal clear. You can see Jeffrey Epstein right up next to Donald Trump, and the two of them together are gawking and groping young women. And Frank Epstein right up next to Donald Trump. Crystal clear. You can see Jeffrey Epstein right up next to Donald Trump, and the two of them together are gawking and groping young women. And frankly, it's just appalling.
Dude, like, damn, he basically grabbed one of them, like, by her back and, like, damn near, like, grabbed her butt and shit pretty much. Punk-ass white man. Music break, or interlude, or whatever it's called.
Let's be the Ghost Block sound. Firing on niggas, feel it. Niggas talk hard, but none of these niggas murder shit. Me, I set it off in the Wilder and David Berkowitz. Drinking liquor, popping the Percocet. Thinking of my enemies like why I ain't murder them yet. Thinking of their families like why I ain't heard them yet. Devil on my back, cause my thoughts so murderous. Looking at a nigga who been pretty. Underground overlord, mayor of Sin City. A place you get hideous with friends. Take their face off and knock Biggie in the Benz. Just like a pit, niggas vicious to the end. I recommend you get a gun in the vest to get it in. Anytime it's a meeting with bosses I'm sitting in. It's the little guy, but I'm a big guy. Cause I be the nigga letting the cig fly. I be the nigga letting the bridge slide. Out the door like Chinese takeout. Or hit him like Paulie when he ate at the steakhouse. Cut his tongue off so he can't make out. All black on so he can't make out. Did the foul shit to him, he just break out. Sour diesel and hazel, lounge at the lake house. Pull the M6 out, push that weight out. Knock the bricks and rock off and pull that shake out.
We get busy with them semis and them pounds. The city's a war ground and we the grittiest around. Real thugs get love like Biggie in the town. While these snitches die slow, we put their wigs in the ground now. We get busy with them semis and them pounds. The city's a war ground and we the grittiest around. Real thugs get love like Biggie in the town. While these snitches die slow, we put their wigs in the ground now. Yeah, get your jaw wide if you say something. You see that fire out that barrel when we blaze something. Yeah, when D-Block pop, that mean they all gunning. Yeah, when D-Block pop, y'all niggas all running.
Pump give me goosebumps and the urge to leave them niggas dead in the dirt like they deserve to. Die with their face on the floor with the blood running. Anytime I step out the crib, know it's a thug coming. I'm on the rise like sunset. Mic check, gun check, weed check, blunt check. Get faded in the foreign. Shit is deep when I sleep. Feel like me and Satan sparring. Pretty women and fast cash. Hope it lasts. Get your stash to a lawyer to talk fast. Respect and loyalty from them niggas that's gon' blast. It's a game, but it's not a game. You're either in pain or you're not in pain. But don't fuck with me, cocksucker, you're not insane. Won't let you slide, and if I die, it's not in vain. Ghost is the best type to kill you in the next life.
We get busy with them semis and them pounds. The city's a war ground and we the grittiest around.
I got another clip I'm gonna play for y'all. This is this white man. And he's talking about, you know, the Epstein files. Donald Trump definitely was messing around with them young girls in that house. That's what I'm saying. That's what I believe. You can look at the videos and tell. You can look how pink his face is, how excited he is. He's touching all on these women and stuff. Just like, why are you even touching a 13-year-old girl like that? Even in that kind of manner, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna play this video, y'all. Dude, yeah, that's some pedophilia, man. And this is this white man just trying to tell people to just, you know what I'm saying, look into it.
Thanks. All the best.
Here we go.
Well, hello there. July 8th, coming to you from the Oregon coast. My wife and I were just talking about the newly resurfaced testimony from Katie Johnson. All of you MAGA Christians, go Google Trump and Katie Johnson. The original assault occurred in 1994. You've got to read a little bit about it. This is not your guy for the president. He's been remarkably adept at hiding all of this, at covering it up, at paying for it. Your hard-earned dollars are going to a guy who has now got multiple sexual assault accounts against him. Please, there's nothing Christian about him. Thanks. All the best.
One more time.
Well, hello there. July 8th, coming to you from the Oregon coast. My wife and I were just talking about the newly resurfaced testimony from Katie Johnson. All of you MAGA Christians, go Google Trump and Katie Johnson.
Google Katie Johnson. Because sometimes I'll be feeling like, you know what I mean? It's important to sometimes, like, because if you notice, sometimes I'll play like video clips or whatever of white people, you know, criticizing racist white people, you know, or calling it out. Because I feel like sometimes when some white people, when they hear black people talking about like racial stuff, racial issues and things like that, they either don't believe us, they think we're exaggerating, or they just don't really take us all that serious. They just look at it more as like complaining and crying. You know what I mean? They look at it more as complaining and crying. So sometimes I feel it's important to play clips for white people saying it. You know what I mean? Because then maybe if white people hear white people saying it, you know, maybe they'll take it in a little better and maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe believe it. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of the reason I do that. This is some crazy, demonic bullshit right here. People think I'm always talking crazy or something, probably, when I'm saying that most of the pedophiles and rapists out here are white men. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, like, you know, I'd be what, as a matter of fact, there is an example of that. Those white dudes from that Proud Boys or the Patriot group or whatever that were marching down there in Tennessee, one of the dudes is already going to court for raping a child or something like that. He has a rape case. You know what I'm saying? So, like, those are some of the people that are out there marching around. They're talking about, I mean, what are they talking about? Some of these white, like, I blame this on parenting too, some of it.
Investigators say this is a terribly disturbing case, and a 3-year-old girl lost her life, Josephina Cunningham. Robert Fisher stood in front of Judge Deborah Young this morning in Rensselaer County Court.
This crazy man killed this little 3-year-old black girl.
There was a sizable presence of police, fire, and EMS in memory of the 3-year-old victim. On the morning of July 7th, emergency crews were called by her mother to an apartment on Broadway in Rensselaer for an unresponsive child. Prosecutors say the little girl was foaming at the mouth. 3-year-old Josephina Cunningham was pronounced dead at the hospital.
The fact that the age of the victim alone is difficult. You know, a lot of the fire guys, a lot of the police people have young children at home. So that alone is difficult. And then, you know, it's a homicide. You know, somebody lost their life.
Prosecutors say Fisher was a friend of her mother. They would not give details about the cause of death other than to say it was homicidal violence as a result of the sexual assault.
I can speak for myself and probably everyone behind me. This has been absolutely heinous and horrific, something that the normal investigator, the normal prosecutor doesn't anticipate. So it's been very hard for everyone. The innocence of the child, the brutality of the act, which we can't comment specifically on at this point.
Fisher.
And these are the fucking people, some of these people, these are the people that are going to be being protected and having the barricades around them, you know, when the RNC comes. Because it is not far-fetched one bit to say that, let's say that, I don't know how many people from that RNC are going to be here, but let's just say, I'm going to just throw a number out there. Let's just say it's, just for argument's sake, let's say it's 20,000. It's probably going to be more, I don't know, but let's just say there's 20,000 people here. It's probably more than that. But let's say there's 20,000 people. You know what I'm saying? And it's mostly going to be white, 85% white. Out of those 85%, you don't think, let's say out of if there's 20,000, let's say 15,000 of the Trump supporters and the people that aren't seeing stuff are white, right? Let's say 15,000 of them are white. You're trying to tell me that there's not at least 300 or 400 rapists, pedophiles, white supremacists. Shit, the number will go up now. You're not going to tell me there's at least 500 people that are going to be mixed in amongst that crowd? But they don't want protesters protesting the streets and just walking and, you know, exercising their rights. And this is our city. This, you know, we live here. I live in Milwaukee. I've been here forever. Yeah, it's just crazy when you really, really, really think about that. When you just really think about that, how some people like even the lady that's running it, or that's like basically setting up the security and kind of running everything. It's like kind of like the director and all that, the architect of it. She ain't even from here. Some white lady, and I'm not saying I'm some white. I'm saying, but like, why could you're trying to tell me you can't find nobody that's from the city of Milwaukee that could have planned or been a part of that? She don't even live here. She said, I watched the news clip last night. The lady was saying how she's been living here for like the past year. She did that to get acquainted with the city. I mean, and she should if she's not from here. I mean, it'll help, but you know what I'm saying? Get acquainted with your surroundings and stuff. But damn, like, oh, and on some side stuff, I know like Michelle's talking about like when we go to California, she wants to do an Airbnb over a hotel. And they're talking about it right now on CNN, like how some of these Airbnbs, check it out.
That's exactly what happened to this man. How did you feel signing that confidentiality agreement?
Dirty.
This man asked us not to show his face, and we've masked his voice.
Shout out CNN. Dun-dun-dun.
During a romantic getaway.
They had intimate footage of my wife and I. The sexual union between two people is sacred. It felt like an extreme violation of our marriage. It's devastating. It's a travesty.
In this case and others, CNN found that Airbnb does not contact law enforcement once hidden cameras are discovered, even if children are involved. Recording someone without their consent is illegal in every state.
If people are out sharing their stories of how they were victimized through the services of Airbnb, nobody's going to want to trust them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He and his wife were recorded because police called him months later after another guest found the camera.
And they explained that every single room in the house had cameras.
Damn, that's fucked up. And I'm not saying that happened, you know, it's happening a ton or anything like that, but that's something I worry about. And that's one of the reasons I told her that I'd rather do a hotel. And I'm not saying there can't be cameras planted in hotel rooms. I'm sure you could find a story on that. But I'm saying for the most part, like, you know what I'm saying? Just between someone planting a camera, listen where they're planting cameras.
Like this one. I can control remotely on my phone and even live stream. What would you like to tell Airbnb?
They had cameras hidden in like alarm clocks and smoke alarm detectors or whatever. That's crazy. But I was telling her I'd be cooler in a hotel. Because between like someone planting a camera in there or them just, you know, the owner of the place just popping up, showing up, snooping, I don't like that because then I don't feel totally comfortable. And them places aren't cheap. And especially I'm going all the way across country. I'd just rather just be in a hotel room with little four walls around me. At least it's our individual space. You know what I mean? And I can kind of see everything. I don't have to worry about somebody popping up. And like I smoke cigarettes too. I don't want to, like, I'm going to want to smoke inside. I mean, if you're a hotel, you can't, you know, like when we're ever in a hotel, I go outside and smoke cigarettes. I mean, I don't smoke cigarettes in hotel rooms. But I'm just saying, you know. But yeah, I'm going to get going. Thanks for listening to today's episode. Michelle's about to come pick me up, and we're gonna go get some food. She had to run to the house, and we're gonna go grab some food, and then hunker down. Getting late in the week here. I hope everyone's enjoying their week. Hope everyone is remaining safe. We got the Olympics coming up, the Summer Olympics. I'm so excited for that. We got Big Brother starting in a week, exactly a week. Looking forward to that. They already showed the new house. For people that like Big Brother, you know, you're probably cool with what I'm talking about. People that don't, you know what I mean. You could fast forward for a minute or whatever, or you could just, you know, go on and just do whatever you need to do or whatever till the next episode, because I'm going to end with this about Big Brother. But yeah, get them live feeds. Big Brother 26 starts next week. Yeah, I guess they got an AI theme. So that should be interesting. That might get interesting with like nominations and stuff like that. And like giving people like algorithms and stuff like that. We'll see how that works. That could get pretty interesting. We'll see, you know, if any showmances jump off this year. I like sometimes I don't like the showmances, but it does make the live feeds more interesting. It makes the game more interesting sometimes. You know what I mean? But I don't like when you have a showmance, you know, and then the girl and the guy are like teaming up and they're like kind of assholes. You know what I mean? But I like when it's a showmance, when, you know, the man and woman are working together and they're, you know, working towards some good stuff. You know what I mean? So we'll see. And it's always interesting too in the Big Brother house. You always have that dynamic about the race stuff, racial issues. You know, there's been contestants that have been called nigger on there and stuff like that and shit, bull stuff. You know, I like that they had more black and brown people on the show. I do agree. You know, they and I've been saying this for a while. They need to have more people on Big Brother that are just regular, average, everyday people or whatever. You know what I mean? Like 9 to 5 people that go to work, people that, you know what I'm saying, would really appreciate playing the game, that really watch, you know, the game, that watch the live feeds, that would take the game serious. You know what I'm saying? Because you do have a lot of people. I'm noticing like Big Brother, they get a lot of their contestants, people that go on the show, you know, like YouTubers or Instagram people that I call like E-list celebrities almost already. They've either got something going on, because like even like a lot of the people, like I remember from one season, I think it was, I forgot what season, it was the season with Kevin on it. White dude, I think he ended up with cancer. I hope he's doing well or whatever. But yeah, Kevin, like after the show was over and stuff like that, I remember I ended up, I'll never forget it. I was in the kitchen and I was watching, I was making coffee, and I had like some local digital, it was like a digital over the air channel on, and Kevin was on there. It was some cop show, it was some knockoff ass, you know, bogus ass cop show. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them cop shows you'd see on, like on a digital channel. You know what I mean? He was playing. It was like one of them real life highway patrol shows, or, you know, some cop detective show. You know what I mean? And he played a cop. I was like, that's dude from Big Brother. It was, you know, some years before Big Brother, obviously, but that was him. So my point is, like, they have people that are on there that have ended up, they were on some TV show, or they got some kind of business going, or there's some kind of, you know what I'm saying? They got something going on. They're in the entertainment or that kind of world in some kind of form or fashion. Or they know somebody that knows somebody. You know what I'm saying? They already got ties to the industry is what I'm saying. Because it ends up coming out. Like that, what's her name last year? I forgot what's her name? Brittany or whatever? Last year. She was like the rock and roll girl. Anyways, I forgot. But she ended up like, she had played at concerts. She had like a record out and stuff like that. So my point is, a lot of people they get are, you know, that people that already got some kind of going on already is what I'm saying.
Get some people on there that just are like, that go to work every day, that aren't influencers, that aren't all on Instagram, that don't have social media, you know, that don't have Facebook and all that stuff or whatever. You know what I mean? Because those people play the game better, and those are going to be more interesting people. It's going to make for better conversations, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But when you have people on there that are just kind of they're really on there for the fame, just to get notoriety and just to get noticed and stuff like that, they're not going to take the game serious. Or they only want to get so far. And a lot of them, too, they're like, ooh, I can get on this show. Boom. I'm out in California now. They just want to get out to California. That's the other part of it. A lot of them that go on them shows, they just want to get out to California because they feel like they got a little half a foot in the door now. Because a lot of them, too, if you notice, when the show is over, when Big Brother's over, they end up staying out there in Cali. And, you know, end up shacking up with somebody or living with some or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that ain't smart to do if you ain't got nothing going on. But yeah, I would like to see just regular people on there. You know what I'm saying? I just think it would make the game better and people would play harder and would just appreciate it more. Yeah, and I wish they would get a pet up in the Big Brother house, like a little dog or a little cat or something. You know, people would obviously have to make sure, like, people don't have allergy issues and all that kind of stuff or whatnot before. But yeah, that would be pretty cool too. You know what I'm saying? But the Big Brother house looks pretty cool. They got like a little fish tank in the little chill out room. What else do they got? I think they needed to add like another shower too. Another shower stall. They should have at least like 4 showers. And like an extra bathroom. But yeah, like the bedrooms look pretty cool. They got like a futuristic room and stuff like that. Like the floor looks like it's like in clouds and stuff like that. And then the beds look like they're kind of like made out of logs and stuff. So it's pretty cool. So I'm really getting excited for Big Brother. I'm catching up on my rest now and stuff like that. Because in a week, when them live feeds start, I'm going to be up till 4 or 5, 6 in the morning. Yep. And, you know, we'll be shooting out podcasts too. So, like, be looking for podcasts. You know, I don't know if people are night owls and stuff on the weekend and shit like that or whatever. But, you know, I'm sure we'll be, you know, during when Big Brother starts, we'll be shooting out podcasts later. Not every night, I'm saying. But, you know, probably a couple times a week. We'll probably shoot some out, you know, 10, 11 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? So just, you know, be looking for that stuff because we'll just be up hanging out and stuff. So I'm going to get going. Thanks for listening to the episode. And peace. And we'll end with this music. Sorry about, you know, when I was talking right now, I think I had CNN on the background. CNN's taking a little heat right now for like, you know, covering the Biden stuff and stuff. And I do get it. It is important because, like, you kind of need to put pressure on people because if Biden isn't going to continue, you know, we don't have time to be messing around. You know what I mean? The election is in, 4 months or whatever? And that's going to be here before you know it. But at the same time, like, because all they used to talk about was Trump, all the negative stuff, right? Like, keep that up. Keep that going. Like, why did you guys stop? You know, like Biden said, he's not quitting. He's said it multiple times. Despite how anyone feels about if he should drop out or stay, he's been saying it pretty plainly now. Dude's writing letters and stuff telling like, y'all chill, I'm staying. You know what I mean? So like, we'll see how that turns out though. But either way, you know, vote Democrat. You know what I'm saying? If you would, you know, to each his own, but you know, please consider voting Democrat. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Peace, and thanks for listening to the episode. My family, anyone in my family listening, I love y'all. Stay safe, and peace. And Michelle says hi, too.